Have you heard about what is dry design principle? Well, this is the most asked framework design question in interviews where people ask that what is dry principle and how you have implemented in your framework. So if you don't know what is dry design principle, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Amit Tripathi and you are watching Automate with Amit. So if you people don't know what is dry design principle, so dry is an acronym for do not repeat yourself. Why it has been kept in framework design and why it is important basically. If you see why the frameworks are being created, because we want less maintainability and more useful code, and we do not want to duplicate code because that becomes much more complicated to maintain basically. So for that purpose, this principle has been designed that says do not repeat yourself. Okay, so let's go back in our framework, and there I will show you how basically we can implement this do not repeat yourself. Okay, so if you remember and if you are following my previous videos and haven't subscribed basically, so please make sure you subscribe the channel, because this is going to be super useful, and I am going to bring more video content which are more useful to you. So please subscribe. And okay, so here is our framework design framework basically. So irctc underscore automation and source main Java, source test Java, and over here in this irctc feature, irctc login dot feature, if you see over here this scenario, basically there are two scenarios, and first one is to verify, basically both are copied, but if you see the first statement in here, given user navigates to irctc url this, and second also having the similar lines of similar step right in here. So how basically these are repetitive, right? And let's suppose if my feature file contains hundreds of scenarios, then what will happen? I am going to write this particular line 100 of times, right? This is the one place where we want to remove this line, right? We don't want to duplicate it. So for that purpose in here, if you see, and there is one background key, and this background key basically helps to minimize this repetitiveness, where it removes, or we can remove these lines and simply put under background key, and this is going to execute this particular line of code, this particular step before each and every scenario in the feature file. Okay, so that is the purpose of this background key over here, and we can remove this similar lines in here. One thing which we always we need to make sure that when we are implementing background, this should not have more than 2 or 3 lines of code, which are more common in all of the scenarios. So if you keep it small or short, that is good. Okay, so over here if you see right now, it is going to execute this line first, and then it is going to execute rest of the lines. So let me execute this, run as not this one, runner I should be going, and right click, run as, and test, and let's see if it works fine. Okay, so my test has started running, and it has started the Chrome browser over here, and if you see on the logs also, it shows that Chrome browser has started and user got navigated to irctc URL. So this got executed, and then rest of the steps are getting executed. Likewise, it has executed the second scenario also, where Chrome starts and then user got navigated to irctc URL, right? So let's remove this for the just for the purpose, if this is the case, or put it in the same place, on the same place. Okay, so here, and let's see how it goes, whether it was working previously also or not. So I have removed the background key, and test runner, right click and run as test-ng test. Okay, so it is executing again, and second scenario is getting executed, and both have passed, right? So that was all in this particular video, and if you liked the video and the content of it, please push like button, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel, because I am going to bring more video content on framework creation and design principles. So future videos are going to be super useful, and you are going to have much more information. So if you haven't subscribed, please support me, and if you're liking the content, please like the video. Amit Tripathi signing off. Thank you. See you in the next one.